that's enough of that. Yep, clean enough. Time to go to McDonald's. Welcome to the channel. Well, good afternoon, guys. It's pretty cold outside. Not cold enough, to dictate whether or not I'm gonna wear shorts or not. I'm wearing them, so it ain't cold enough yet. But as you can tell, we got old Chief up here out of the tree row, and I think it's about time that we get to cleaning on him. Yep, you heard me. You've seen me do I don't know how many cleaning videos. You know my process. I ain't going to go back over it again, but I do want to bring y'all along so y'all can see what this thing is going to look like without that big old fiberglass, junky looking paw camper shell on the back. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's nice and sleek and adds to the aerodynamics. But I prefer a more, open box look with holes in the wheel wells. So we're going to see if we can't clean all the stuff that came in this truck, all the stuff that I've added to it, and see if we can't get this thing looking a little bit better. It's the first step on the process that I'm going to take in turning this thing basically into what I want. And that's going to be a multiple step process. But just to let y'all know, I'm glad you're here with me, taking along this journey and sticking around for old Cornbread. It does my heart some good. If you haven't, make sure you like, subscribe, smash that bell, share this channel out, do whatever it is that you can, so that way more people can see more of this good old cornbread content that I'm trying to push out. Let's get to it. Well, I figured the best place to start would be right here, so let's... Oh. Wasn't expecting that. Usually it takes about 5 or 6 before it ever come out. LA's totally awesome. LA's totally awesome. LA's totally awesome. My kid's chair. Okay. Bubbles. Always need bubbles. Not. Dr. Pepper. Yum. A box of cheap fuses. Trash. Well, what are you? Oh, yeah. The old low pressure fuel pump. A water bottle. Oh, look at this. New bubbles that I could keep and my kids could make more of a mess with. Well, I'll just take him inside the... Oops. My hands just slipped. Oh, no. I'll get him out. Don't fuss at me, okay? Ooh. What's that, Scotch-Brite? Man, that's definitely... Put that in my pocket. So as you couldn't tell, not only is there a lot of junk in here from just the previous owner, but there's a lot of junk that I put in here, including this spare wheel and tire. Firestone, can't get no better than that. Don't pay attention to the dry rot cracks. I don't even know if it's got a date on it. It might be that old. Who knows? But we keep this around in case we need a spare, if you know what I mean. Wrong size, but it'll do the job. I think I put more stuff in here than I've realized. A hitch, some straps, a stink bug. Ooh, get out here. What is this? Hello. Oh, you're kidding. I've landed in a gold mine. Or LA's totally awesome. I better go put that in the sprayer before I forget it for later. Oh, look, belt. Keep Never can tell when you need a spare. Ah, piece of concrete. Trash. Look, and another belt. Well, ooh, look at this. We have a thermostat. I mean, I could sit here and take you through and show you everything that's coming out of here, but really, there's no sense in it. I might as well just go ahead and get this done, put y'all on fast forward. That way we can get to the good part, the cleaning up, taking this thing off. Oh, wait, I didn't say, I ain't gonna say too much. I can't. It's gotta be a surprise. So let's do that. Well, that's a pretty good amount for today. We got that big heavy fiberglass camper shell off of here. Now on the front of the bed, it has that normal shape that a lot of these beds have, just from where people shove stuff up against it. And it basically puts it in a U up against the cab, and there's a bunch of leaves and everything that's in between there that I'm going to have to get with a pressure washer, but I ain't going to have time to do it today. But I was thinking in my mind, since we do have a little bit of time, why not pre-soak this truck the night before with that Ellie's Totally Awesome? And we might have to hit it again tomorrow. Of course, when it dries, we might not have to at all. But really pre-soak this thing and let it eat every bit of the stuff that it can off of it. And we come back and work on it tomorrow and really get to cleaning it and pressure washing it. Then we'll really see how big of a difference it made as far as, taking all the grease, grime, and gunk off this paint. I'm not too worried about her. I mean, she's a little rough. But I think we're going to go ahead and do that. I don't know about y'all, but I like using a weed sprayer to spray my chemicals with. So this is just what I do right here. Now, if you're wondering what kind of ratio that I'm using, I'm just using full strength. That's what eats this stuff off so good. I've used Purple Power. I've used, Simply Green or Simple Green, whichever one it is. And Simple Green is a good cleaner or an all-purpose cleaner, but it just ain't as strong. It ain't got those harsh chemicals that you really need. to eat all this stuff off with. Now, I've heard of people using bleach and mean green as well, and they probably work just as good, but you know, this is what works for me. It's cheap. I can go to the dollar store or some of these you know, small town, you know, not five and dime places, but they buy stuff in bulk, like Ollie's. They have it all the time, I think, in a half-gallon jug or a gallon jug. But I just go to Dollar General and I just get mine by the bottle, you know, like $1.25, $1.50. Ain't that bad. Now, would I put this stuff on a vehicle that has a really good paint job? No, probably not. You wouldn't want to put something this harsh. But with something like this, it's really going to bring out the patina. It's going to take care of all that moss and that dirt and everything pretty much that we don't want. And then once we hit it with the pressure washer, it'll really tell the story. But that's going to have to be for tomorrow. So I'll see y'all fellers till then. Well, fellers, it's the next day. And I think I'm going to show you exactly what this LA's Totally Awesome did to this pickup. Looking from this distance right here, you can see, I guess a lot of that stuff is turned white where it's kind of scaled down. Back here, and this is where I wiped my finger when it was wet. Now, it's not coming off too well this morning when I wipe my finger when it's dry, but I want to show you something over here on the camper shell. I took a pressure washer to this morning just to test it out and get it going, and it came off pretty clean. Now this stuff right here, see, it's coming off of my finger. If I was to clean this whole thing, then it would probably all come back at nice shade of white. But you know, I left this sitting last night as long as I did the stuff on the truck, so I'm excited to see what it's going to do to it. As you can see, we got our work, you know, cut out for us, but I think this thing is going to, you know, come pretty clean. And plus, we'll get to see what kind of potential that patina is really going to have. All I can say is, wow. All that stuff, I guess where it sit overnight, I guess it kind of ate up some of that extra rust that it had on the paint. And it really, you know, shows the true patina. This really brings out the true color of this truck. And that really dark blue, which I really like. I cleaned this part of the glass. Still needs a little bit of work, but you can tell what it looked like before to what it is now. This one came really clean. And that one too, really clean on that side. And just, there's a close-up of how everything looks. I'm really digging it. See, these are spots right here that had, you know, rust covering it. And then you look over here. Look at that. All that potential. And look where all that stuff has ate up that rust and that dirt. I mean, look at that. That stuff is good stuff. You can't tell me that it ain't. So now we need to get this side looking just as good as that side. I like that shine on it too. Man, we might have to do something to that to put some shine on it. It's a game plan. This is what we're going to do. I'm going to go ahead and wash the outside of the truck. Y'all know my process. And then once I get to working on the inside, I'll bring y'all along just to show how dirty it is on the inside. I got some stuff I got to take out. And then I'll show y'all the finished product. And we'll see just how good Chief looks after he's been washed and took care of a little bit. All right, now, since we got the outside of this truck looking pretty decent, now it's time to work on the inside. And you know, there's not much I believe we're going to have to do. Seat's pretty clean. I got this big old, looks like, what what do they call them things? Mud flaps off of a big rig sitting in here. So I'm suspecting that there's probably a substantial hole right here in the floor. So if I do take that out, I might put it back in just so we can have some support. Now, obviously, some of this stuff that's in here, I left in here myself. Like these wipers, I'm pretty sure, I'm not positive, but I'm pretty sure that these wipers will work on this truck, and they came off of my Bronco. They're definitely better than the ones that's on it. I left everything the way it was since the first day that I bought it. Hadn't changed a thing. All the papers and everything that's in here is what was left in here whenever I bought this thing. So let's go through here and see what we can find. I guess the first place we can start is getting all my junk out of here. And once we get all my junk out of here, then we can go through and look and see what we have. Ooh, electrical tape. Did I leave that in here? All right, first of all, oh yeah, brake parts cleaner. Empty can. Trash. What is this? Glass cleaner. Empty. Trash. Ooh. What do we have here? It's just Felpro valve cover gasket, but only one side. Probably because the other side is too hard to get to. I don't know if I use that or not. It is rubber. It's good to have it handy, but that does tell us that this thing probably has got a valve cover that's leaking pretty good on it. A pair of old work gloves. It might be all right. Armor All protectant wipes. Trash. Oh yeah, somebody's been partying with Mike. Some kind of trim, window trim, something to go in a window. I don't know. We'll keep that just to make sure. And we got an extra belt. Well, I'll be. Look at this. Oh. Oh, come on out of there. I ain't afraid of you. We got ourselves a couple of, looks like leather sun visors. And the ones we have in here now is cloth. If those will clean up, we might end up changing them. A piece of clear vinyl. I mean, somebody could have been siphoning gas. Might come in handy. Look at this. Another belt. Well, we're finding all kinds of goodies. Now, this is just evidence right here that this truck come from Rocky Mountain, Virginia. BB&T Branch Banking and Trust. And that's before they changed the Truist. So that tells you how long this thing's been parked. We got a few more things here. Oh, attorney at law. Well, must have got in some kind of trouble. Well, sold. Just forget about the money that we paid for this thing. This right here is worth it all. A Kroger's card. Now this right here is what I'm waiting for. Ooh wee. What in the world? What is this? Well, I guess we can say that guy liked getting freaky on his free time. Crazy Horse Saloon and Restaurant. Free admission. This last vehicle registration was dated in 2010. So that confirms our theory about how long this thing was parked. So you're looking at about 15 years being it, off the road. And here's another one, 2010. And we got a few more cards here. Let's see what they are. Okay. Dental Associates. Oh, another one of those freaky cards. Secret Cabaret. Free admission. Don't need that. There's a whole bunch of crap in there that I don't really want to touch, but I think that's pretty much it. I think it's time to get to cleaning on this thing and get to making it look a little bit better. Well, if you ask me, I think old Chief here turned out pretty good. Now I think as far as not having the camper shell on them and having them real cleaned up and really, just washing one really helps one, and bringing that old patina out. Now there's some things that we could do to really bring it out more, and I'd really like to, do that. But, that's a video for a later time. I got a couple more ideas that I'd like to bring out, but I want to let it be a surprise. I can't let you know what's going to happen or else you won't tune in. You know what I'm saying? You got to come back and tune in. But with that being said, fellers, I hope y'all like this video. If you can, just to help me out, make sure you like, share, subscribe, smash that bell, share this video, do whatever you can so that way more people can see more of this cornbread content that I'm trying to push out. I'm getting real excited for what's getting ready to happen on the channel and the videos that's getting ready to come up. I finally got our first guest for our Overhauled series, and I'm pretty sure that you're going to be happy with this one. And just as a hint, if you watched me previously on a different channel called Straight Pipes and Tire Smoke, then you'll know who exactly I'm getting as our first guest on the Overhauled series. But with that being said, fellers, remember, Jesus loves you. I love you. I appreciate y'all sticking around and watching this old boy do what he can to these old vehicles to make them run, drive, and look good again. And we'll see y'all fellers later.